Holy moly. The timing of my last video. Maybe Jacinda's is going to be standing trial, Nuremberg trials against humanity. Whoa, the timing. Somebody has just sent me this Daily Telegraph information, which is going around the country like wildfire for good reason. I mean, it's just such a boon. You have to think, whoa, is it a trap? I don't know how long I'm going to stay up, whether, they're going to let this go through, because it's certainly not disinformation, but just for posterity's sake, because it's just such an amazing day. And I believe that, this is the revelation, this is the, the Hanukkah, this is amazing. And so, so I'm going to film that whole ridiculous parody that they're calling their disinformation nation. So, okay, I'm going to take you through this first, as much as I can. I just don't know how they can call this disinformation. So this is, Daily Telegraph, New Zealand, December the 7th, a perfect day. That's Trumpy's day, number 7, 2021. So that's Grace, 7 and Grace. Guy Hatchett, Pfizer. Document concedes that there is a large increase in types of adverse event reaction to its vaccine. Documents released by Pfizer apparently as a result of Freedom of Information court order in the USA reveals a vast array of previously unknown vaccine adverse effects compiled from official sources around the world. Pfizer concedes this is a large increase in the adverse event reports, that even this huge volume is underreported. Over 100 plus diseases are listed, many very serious. This document was compiled by Pfizer in the very early days of the vaccine rollout in New Zealand, but was possibly not supplied to our government. We examine the implications for government. So I've got here a little piece here, the long read, Jacinda Ardern, Science and COVID Mandates, Effects, Facts and Fallacies. Okay, we might have a look at that later. Nobel. Okay. Up until now, New Zealand GPs and hospitals have been provided with a fact sheet from Pfizer listing 21 possible adverse events as a result of vaccination. All of these are minor, requiring little or no treatment other than rest, with the exception of severe allergic reactions, myocarditis and pericarditis, inflammation of the heart. As a result, most of the many thousands of New Zealanders reporting adverse effects post-vaccination have been sent home with little more than advice to take aspirin and rest. Some have been told that their conditions may be unrelated medical events, psychosomatic, or due to anxiety on their part. Relying on the short official Pfizer fact sheet as a guide, Medsafe, our medicines regulatory body, has only accepted 1 out of the 1,000 plus deaths one out of the 100 plus deaths actually reported to them as related to vaccination. Most are listed as unrelated, under investigation or unknowable. Unlike the guy who was shot, he was shot and then they tested for COVID afterwards, and he had it. So he didn't die of a bullet wound, he died of what. Oh, grief. All right. Most are listed as unrelated. Or unknowable. By contrast, the New Zealand Health Forum and other groups have collected unofficial reports of adverse effects and deaths proximate to vaccination. Out of 670 plus reports of death compiled by the forum, 270 have already been investigated by medical professionals and closely linked to known adverse effects. Following the publication of the new document, many more are expected to be connected with vaxthenation. Reports describe symptoms such as chest pain, brain fog, extreme fatigue, neurological symptoms such as tachycardia, stroke, heart attacks, and many more. Collected data suggests that as many as 2/3 of adverse event inquiries made to medical staff by vaccine recipients have not been reported to CARM, the New Zealand Adverse Event Reporting, the New Zealand system of adverse event reporting. So it says Medsafe itself estimates in its guide to adverse reaction reporting that in New Zealand only 5% of adverse events are reported. My goodness. As a result, the New Zealand public is completely unaware of the extent of the reported possible risks of vaccination. The just released Pfizer document, which is being circulated widely in the public domain and can be downloaded from websites, is entitled 536 Cumulative Analysis of Post-Authorization Adverse Event Reports of PF07 da 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 da. Okay, can you see that? Therefore, the reported side effects predate the vaccine rollout in New Zealand. The report itself was finalised by Pfizer on 30th of April 2021. Did Pfizer supply this information to our government during the early days of our universal vaccination program? If so, the results should have been shared with our medical professionals, politicians and the public. Many of the new 100 plus listed new adverse events types now released by Pfizer in this 38-page document pose long-term risks to health. Until very recently, the document was being withheld by Pfizer, who maintained it should be kept confidential. There is a strong possibility that very large numbers of New Zealanders will suffer long-term injury as a result. My goodness. Okay. What can I say? There you go. But will this media let it out? You know, will we see anything? And will this video get my channel taken down? We shall see. We shall see. But for posterity's sake, I'm now going to finish off with this absolute piece of rubbish, which New Zealand taxpayers pay for, I'm sure, as Jacinda tries to convince everybody to do the right thing.
So much to learn. Early studies have shown that approximately...
So we'll just go again. Here we have the little jumped up
There's a new video out that's encouraging people to get vaccinated. The media loved it. We thought we'd do a little quality check on it and a bit of a fact check. You'll be surprised what we found.
So I don't know when this was made.
That's right, a new vaccination video is out as they're trying to get to the 90%. In fact, even 7 Sharp had a little discussion about it.
Usually hard at work behind the scenes, have been given centre stage during the pandemic.
They've become the faces of COVID, sharing their expertise as we seek more information to combat the misinformation. Now a familiar face is using his science skills to strike a new chord.
Well, there we go. So that's the basic premise. We need to combat them.
The misinformation. So here we go. Get your buckets ready. You'll need something to throw up into, I can assure you. So, look.
Just a
Okay.
The virus will...
That there with the pink hair is a professor, the one that we take all our advice from.
The virus will loiter outside your home, try to steal your breath, infect your dough.
But if everyone is keen to go and get the vax, we gon' be safe in the face of virus attacks.
Defend ourselves from known mutations, party sensations across the nation.
Vaxthenation, 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 vaccinate the nation, vaxthenation, vaccination, vaccinate the nation. I like the idea about how we get them so soon. Doesn't a vaccine take 10 years to produce?
About funding, yeah, could take a wee while.
But COVID had that cash lined up for
Reason it went quicker is the money rolled in thicker, meaning trials could be bigger, more results to deliver.
I know what you're thinking, I'm young, I'm healthy, the virus won't affect me. How could Pfizer help me? Long-term effects, not on this on God. Doubts it will keep your dick soft. Inability to orgasm, damage to your lungs. That's a heavy price to pay, don't be on the watch for misinformation and trust the nerds deep in the situation.
Vax the nation. Vaxxate the nation. What? Vax the nation. Vaxxate the nation. What? Vax the nation. Vaxxate the nation. What?
Yeah, mate, this all sounds great, and I can't wait to keep my community safe. But how do I go and get this vax? Like, what's the protocol? Do I...
Leader of the Green Party and leader of the ACT Party. Strike them.
pay tax?
Nah, man, it's totally free. Just register yourself with Book My Vaccine. Wait for an email or text and then yield, and you'll be more attractive to Dr. Brookfield.
Vaccines will be transmission via hospital admissions. Case breakthrough, it will reduce any symptoms.
So go get your spot, it'll make you more hot. Over a billion worldwide have taken this shot. Place to get mine, I sit there in the line, saving the world without even really trying.
Yeah, give me that shot, bro. Go ahead and stick it in me. That's the nation. What?
How embarrassing is that? No, I'm not a New Zealander. Yes, but how did they even manage to get God's name in there? Who knows, but yeah. And the word blessed. So they are trying to get everybody, even us Christians. So for posterity, we'll see what happens in the next few days.